Hello, everybody, and this is Karen Batty. Welcome to the last training of this Fast Track series. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a team show. And now you might be wondering, what the heck is a team show? Well, basically, it's when you get together with your team members, at least the ones who are local to you, and you guys all host a show together. What is the purpose of such a thing? Well, when you are a team leader and you are on the verge of promoting, the main purpose is so that this show can help the team promote and promote strong. Plus, there's other benefits too. It builds a sense of team and camaraderie. It increases, obviously, the team sales. It increases the team bookings, and more importantly, the team recruiting. So how does this type of event help you to promote strong? Well, let's say you have exactly 5 people on your team, or you have a lot of people, more than that on your team, but it's hard to get all 5 active all in 1 month with the 5,000 in sales so that you can promote it as a team. So this team show helps sort of get everybody active all in one night, never mind all in 1 month. Plus, you as the director can help your newer or your weaker consultants secure bookings so that they're not just active for that one show, but you're helping them secure bookings for the next month so that they are active then as well. And I have to say that something magical happens when there's more than one consultant in a room. Usually guests attend a meeting, guests attend a show, and what do they see? They see a consultant at the front of the room, leading the party. And to them, we look very brave. And, they hear that there's support and that there's training, but they don't see it. They just see one person up there talking in front of the room and thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But when they come to a team show, they see there's a team. They see there's training, there's support. They see us have fun together. Every single time I've done one of these team shows or mega shows, we've signed at least one recruit there. So not only are you going to get some sales that night, getting a lot of people active, helping them secure bookings for the next month so they can be active then too, but hopefully you'll be adding some team members as well. Okay, so does that all make sense so far? Does that all sound good?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think this is perfect timing for you. So what does a team show look like? Most of the time, they're done in someone's home. And so basically, you think about who has the largest space available of the people on your team. If you have it at your house, if it's someone else on your team, see if they'll host it at their place. In some cases, you can look into renting a space if nobody's got a location that's appropriate. And in that case, each consultant can chip in a little bit to make it affordable. But most of the time, it can be right in someone's home. Each consultant agrees to bring a couple of door prizes and a dish to share. So there's plenty of prizes, there's plenty of food, but it doesn't fall on anyone's shoulders. Each consultant also invites guests. And who are they going to invite? They're going to invite past hosts, past guests, and then go through their Franks list. I mean, they're going to invite a ton of people. But they can also invite people to host that evening. So it's the perfect opportunity for them to reach out to those people who might have said, I'd love to have a party, but my house is under construction, or my house is too small, or I don't have time to clean my house, or I don't know enough people to make it worthwhile. All of those kind of people could be invited to host that evening. So the person doesn't know enough people, say, oh, that's okay, we're having this big event, just bring who you know. With the people that you know and a couple outside orders, you'll probably have enough to make it a party. And it'll be really fun because there's a bunch of us doing it together. Okay, so I mean, think about the possibilities. Someone could walk in the door that night and have 3 parties going. They could have 3 different hosts plus a whole bunch of guests that they invited as individuals. That can be a 4th party, all in one night. How cool is this? So if you want to get people qualified for trip points, help them get qualified, if they can get enough people in the room, you're going to do the heavy lifting. You're going to do the demo and stuff like that. So it's amazing when you think of the possibilities. Each consultant is going to keep the orders and the bookings and the recruits that come from the people that they invited. Okay? So everybody will keep everything separate. And they're going to go home and they're going to submit those shows any way they want to. If they want to make their individual guests a mystery host party, they can do that. If they've got 3 different hosts going, they can do that. If one wants to make it a Help with Cancer fundraiser in May with their orders, they can. If somebody else wants to make it a regular show, they can. It's entirely up to them. They're going to take their orders home and do with them what they want. As far as the execution of the show goes, chances are you're going to do the demo because you're the most experienced person on your team. But then you're going to be delegating other jobs to your participating consultants based on what you think that they can handle well. And, the jobs can range from things like being the greeter. Someone, if they're really technically good, they can make up the invitation for everybody to use and set up the Facebook event. People can, if you've got someone who's getting good bookings, you can have them do the booking slide and a quick booking talk. Again, you're the most experienced person, so it's probably best for you to do the Q&A round, but if you have someone who's doing well with that, you can have them do that as well. So you basically give everybody a job. If they're new, their job can be like picking names out of the hat to see who wins some of the door prizes. So each consultant has a little role at the front of the room, but nothing's going to be too overwhelming for people. Now, because everybody's pitching in a few door prizes, you as the big head honcho, you can maybe donate something larger for a booking prize. So what you do is you say, okay, you do the demo. When it gets to the bookings, you say, by the way, we've got this extra special prize right here. The way to get your name in the drawing for this is to schedule a party with your consultant. You need to pick a date tonight, and it needs to be a live cooking show. It needs to be in the next 30 days. And we're going to do that drawing at the end of the night. So whenever you get that date picked, you just wave your hand, you let me know, you write your name and the date of your show on this slip, and your name will go in the drawing. Now you're going to do the drawing that night, because then you will then have the opportunity after the demo's over to kind of circulate the room. I go around from group to group or table to table and say, so we're going to be doing that drawing pretty soon. Anybody in? And either they go, yeah, I picked a date, or you'll hear, oh, well, and all of a sudden their hesitations come out. And here are these consultants who, some of them just don't know what to do with the hesitation. You jump in and you seal the deal. Oh my gosh, what's holding you back? We're raffling off this great prize. Why would you not want to have a party? And you find out what their hesitation is, and you help them through it, and you get the date on the calendar. And all of a sudden, your consultant is watching this. It's fantastic training, because they can see, oh, she didn't pressure anybody. She really did just help them through with their hesitation, and she got a date. Wow. Maybe if I practice, I can do that too. Or maybe if I communicate with my director on a more regular basis, I'll be able to do that too. Or, wow, I just needed to see that to see how it's going. Great, great, great training. You can also go around the room and reach out to people that you see that are recruit leads. When you're doing the Q&A round and you're seeing who's answering the questions, or you're seeing who's sharing uses for products, who's really excited, those sharp people, whatever, you can go around and start conversations with people. Now, they know that you're kind of the head honcho in the room, so they see you as, ooh, she must be really good because she's like the head trainer here. Okay, so you come up and you say, oh my gosh, I think you'd be great at this. What you say now carries way more credibility than when you're just at your own show doing your show and they just think you're just a consultant like everybody else. When now most of the guests in the room, even your own, see you in this leadership role, they take what you say more seriously. And again, all the consultants are in the room. They see the training. They see the support. And they're now thinking, how often do you guys do these things? That's one of the questions I often get during the Q&A round. How often do you guys do these things? You could say, well, we do them quarterly. And now they're thinking, wow, every quarter I can just bring people here and I'll pull names for a prize, and I'll get all these sales, and this person's going to help me with bookings. Are you kidding me? So it's a great recruiting tool. So really, when you think about the possibilities with this, it really, really, really is amazing. So that's why it can help you promote strong. It's going to get people active that night. It's going to get them bookings for the future. It's going to get more recruits. It's going to get them excited. They're going to feel like part of a team. It's going to give them great training, because there's nothing like learning how to deal with hesitations than seeing it live right there. Okay. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So how do you get your team on board for a team show? If you are a team leader and you are on the verge of promoting, and you know you've got 2 or 3 people who are going to be active in May, they've got parties lined up, okay, great. First, then, reach out to those people that you're concerned about being active. Reach out to them first. Personally give them a call and say, hey, I just heard this great idea. I'm so excited about it, especially in May. You've got this great thing to promote. I thought it would be great if we did a Help with Cancer team show. Let me tell you what I envision. You tell them a little bit about it, and you say, how does that sound? Do you want to invite people to that? I'm going to be doing the demo, so you don't have to worry about that. You just bring people, and you're going to keep all your sales and your bookings. And you know what my goal that night is to help you sell, help you book, help you recruit. Who is going to say, no, I don't want to be part of that? They're going to say, oh my gosh, yeah. And say, well, what are 2 or 3 dates that could work for you? Or if you've got some dates available, you can say, of these dates, what ones are absolutely impossible? Okay, so hopefully, they're gonna say, oh yeah, here's at least 3 dates that work. Then you can call another person that you're concerned about being active and seeing, of those 3 dates, what works for them. So now you've got 2 or 3 people that maybe you're concerned, are they going to be active that month? They're in, and there's a common date there. Then you run with that date and you promote it to your entire team. Okay, so you know that the people who need the most help are definitely in and can come that night. Okay, so promote it to those people first, and focus on what that night will do for them. It's also good to share what it will do for the team, but mainly focus on what that night will do for them. How valuable it's going to be. How they could do 3 shows in one night and they don't even have to do a demo because you're going to do it. How they can get great training. How they can see that full service checkout in action because you're going to be circulating the room, helping them with that. Then once you've got some dates that work for those key people who need the most help, then do a team call or a team meeting face-to-face, or do something on Zoom like this. Get everybody on your team in there and tell them about this idea. Oh my gosh, I think it'd be great for us to do a Help with Cancer team show. And again, tell them here's how I see it working. See if they've got any ideas. And by the way, if they've got any absolutely fantastic ideas, please post it on the Fast Track page, because I think a lot of us are going to be doing Team Help with Cancer parties this month, and we can all get some great ideas. So get their ideas, get them excited about, focus on what's in it for them, and of course the fact that, by the way, guys, if this goes well, I bet we'll promote to a director team that night. Wouldn't that be cool? Get them excited about that as well. On that call, just have a punch list of things you want to delegate. Have the more important things up at the top, because you don't know how many people are going to be involved. But delegate those things that you most want to delegate first. Come up with a list of things that people can do. Let them know about what is expected of them. They're going to bring a dish to share, a few door prizes, season's best and things like that. Nothing huge from them. If you need to find a space, that's a great place when people are on that call. Who's got a space that's available? If not, you can delegate one person to maybe look into a few locations and find out prices and see if people are willing to chip in. And then it's about really getting them excited about and brainstorming as a group. Who are you going to invite and how are you going to invite? And let them know it's important. Like you could say to them, imagine if I just called you and said, hey, I have an idea about a team show. Call me if you're interested. Versus, oh my gosh, I just heard this idea. It's a team help with cancer party. I think this would be so cool. You know, say, did that make a difference? They're going to say, yeah, it did. Say, guess what? It's going to make a difference when you're inviting to this too. So let them know their enthusiasm is going to be the most key ingredient in how successful this evening is for them. Their enthusiasm and how much they are willing to exude that enthusiasm to others. You can create a Facebook event and enter in all the consultants, and then they can invite from there. But that can't be the only way they invite. They need to be willing to make a few personal connections each and every day from now until the time of the event to be reaching out. But brainstorming who to call. And again, letting them know it's not just, you know, who's ordered from you in the past and things like that. But thinking about those things we talked about in the past when helping consultants get off to a strong start, you know, that next layer of people, all your neighbors can be invited. Every person who's ever ordered from you, even if you don't know them that well, can be invited. Take invitations with you when you go into, you know, get the coffee in the morning, hand it to the person. When you go to the grocery store, hand it to the people you see there. When you're in the post office, hand it to people there. When you're at yoga or the gym, when you're at church, when you're picking up your kids from wherever they are, daycare or sports, be handing these out to everybody you see. And maybe have a team challenge that everybody needs to personally hand out 30 invitations in addition to all the other inviting. I don't know, something like that. And then, like I said, you can revisit the whole invite, past, host, guests, and the Franks list. The friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, people they know through kids, and people they know through their spouse. That means that's the Frank, F-R-A-N-K-S. What do you call that?
Acronym.
An acronym, yes, thank you. That was going to bug me if you didn't know that, so thank you. Okay, let them know if they get people in the room, magic will happen. It really, really, really will. And make sure they're talking up the fact that there's going to be door prizes raffled off throughout the evening. Okay? This is a big deal. This isn't just like any other Pampered Chef party. You also want to encourage them all to get outside orders and outside bookings. There are going to be well over half the people they invite aren't going to be able to come, but they're going to say things like, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. I so wish I could come, but I can't. Well, how about having a Help with Cancer party of your own on a night that works for you? Maybe they're going to get an outside booking and challenge them to get at least one outside booking through the course of inviting. And then, of course, if they say no, then, well, you know what, how about placing an order? Because we're going to be gathering the orders together and this is going to be a Help with Cancer fundraiser that I'm submitting, and a percentage of all the sales is going to go to the American Cancer Society. Would you like to see a catalog? Chances are they'll say, yes, I'd love to place an order. So every person that they talk to, even though they can't come, it doesn't mean it can't be a valuable part of the event. They can get those outside bookings. They can tell them there's going to be a drawing that night. And if they schedule a party a live cooking show in the next 30 days, you know, she can say, I'll make sure your name gets in that drawing for the grand prize. So that's a good way to create urgency and get them to pick that date, you know, before the event. After you have a group meeting or call with your team, you also want to talk individually with each of the participating consultants so that you can help each one of them absolutely make the most of the night, depending on where they are with their business. If someone's kind of fizzled out, you can say, this can be a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning for you. Let's talk about how to work it that way. If someone's got some bookings, but their main goal is to really beef up their calendar, you can say, great, I want to help you make this event do that for you. So let's talk about ways how you can do that. Maybe you've got someone who's got a decent show schedule, but they've never recruited before. You can say, hey, would you like to sign your first recruit as a result of this event? I'd love to help you do that. Do you want to talk about how you can use this event for that? So you can tailor it so that they each get what they want from it. And then once your team is on board, depending on how everything goes, after it's done, you can say, hey, when do you want to do this again? You know, do we want to do this quarterly as a team? In which case, at that point, you know, you guys can pick out the date ahead of time, and consultants can bring a sign-up sheet to every single party they do. And at their full service checkout, if they say no to the business and no to a show and no to a catalog show, you can say, hey, my team does these really great events quarterly. And we give away lots of prizes, and you get to see, you know, things that are new. Would you like to be on that invitation list? Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Sign here. Give me your email address and all that, and I'll be sure to put you on that list. So the next time you go to do this, they can have their whole invitation list ready to go.
That's a great idea. That's brilliant.
So, so that's it in kind of a big nutshell. I know it's kind of, it seems, it is simple, but really when you think about what it can be and what it can do, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah. And the first time I did this with my team, well, I was kind of a larger team, but at one point, at one of these events, we had almost 80 guests in the room. And I think there were like 11 or 12 parties booked, a few recruit leads. I mean, all just from a few hours. And let me tell you, it was a blast. But even with a smaller team, I mean, think about everybody getting active, helping them get those bookings, new recruits. So, questions?
I don't think so. I think it's a great idea for May, though, with the Help with Cancer. It's just, what a great tie-in.
Yep. And then if you wanted to do it quarterly, that's May's Help with Cancer, maybe July, Christmas in July party. There can be a fall kickoff one. There can be a holiday one. So it's really easy. There's plenty of times throughout the year, but definitely May with the Help with Cancer is perfect. And, you know, balloons and tablecloths. You can have everybody wear pink. All of a sudden, it's echoing.
Yeah. Not. Like it's going to be you.
Twice. It just started. I wonder if it's going to be. But at least we got through everything else. Everything else. Yeah. So, do you have any ideas how to make this event even better?
Not off the top of my head. I have to do some thinking.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I can really. I think I can get my people behind this concept of having the first one as sort of a fundraiser.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can maybe raffle 60% off items if you're submitting it as fundraisers. So the 60% off selection. So that can be another loss. Okay. And the other thing we did tickets. So they got a ticket for and they got extra tickets for every adult network. And then once they arrived, I mean, that was listed in the invite. Then once they arrived, we did a little stand-up recognition. So we said, stand up if you have been to parties before and you stand up with your mullet. And that's the most you've ever hosted. So now these people are standing and they give more tickets. And you say, remain.
You've
had more. If you posted more than that. So people stay. And now people look. Oh, you can host one of these. More than one. They will ask. Standing up. They don't even ask. How many have you had? And now it gives everyone permission. If they've had a party before. Another one. Then you can say. Speak up. If your party is $500 or more. Bunch of people stand up. So now maybe someone who's had a party before is thinking, oh, these people really do have those kind of stuff. Then you can say, they're standing if you have $700, $800, all the way to $1,000. We've been called the $1,000 host. We gave them an extra and said, what's one tip you share with someone if they said, I want to have a party too? How do I do it? It's coming from the host. It's the recognition. It's the front of the room. It's recognition. Look and see. Read up that. Loved it. Love sharing ideas in the front of the room. Wouldn't they love this?
Yep.
And then they throw tickets in the basket. It doesn't matter how many tickets they get. You're giving away a ton of stuff. They just more tickets in the drawing and So yeah, definitely. Bring friends. An event that's a help. They will definitely. Be
awesome.
Yeah. And if you think post it on the or if you with your team and let's say you have a call with them and one of your consultants in the team has a fantastic idea. Okay.
Will do.
All right. Well, any questions about anything else that you want clarification?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Excellent.
It's been fantastic, though.
Yeah, it's been a great. You know, every time I get into my own business, and I have a great to do series because I help lead them. But I learn every single time I do this. I do a few of these series every year. So hopefully next one too.
Yes.
Excellent. All right.
Well, all right, Karen. You have a good night.
Okay. And have a great team show.
Thank you.
All righty. Good night.
Bye.